This is a Gemmy prototype, the fog machine with sound and lighting. This is the outer case of the unit that would be over this, encapsulating it, protecting it from the elements, which looks like it could have done a little bit of a better job at. Now this item is very significant because it actually has an EEPROM, as you can see, which is a type of electronic component that is commonly found in prototypes and some samples produced by Gemmy, as well as many other technology companies that produce various other devices. There's a foam pad separating the EEPROM from another board, and there's actually a third board over on this side of the device, as you can see. There it is. So there's 3 circuit boards in total. 1, 2, 3, again separated by this piece of foam used to protect the back of this board from the back of this board. That would not be good if they touch together somehow. It originally came with this odd yellow taping in the same exact configuration as the electrical tape is currently in, around it that way as well as that way. But we took this off just to get a better look at everything, and surprisingly the window, the glass window on the EEPROM right about here, was already duct tape. We don't know if that was from the factory or from Drew Avenger himself, but either way it was there and it wasn't from us, so that was quite unique. So this is sort of a heat shrink tape, I've been told, but feels quite flimsy. I don't see any markings on it, so you know, just trying to document everything here. You never know if it might be important someday. Anyways, comes with a standard fog machine. I believe that's called an IEP port, could be wrong, with this remote. Now as you can see, you have the power on off, then you have the auto control, which is your timer mode, controlled by those 2 knobs down there, as well as your manual control. In order to operate the unit, you have to press that button before you do anything else for the power to come on, which is unlike some other units. This top knob here, there's only 2. The top knob controls the strobe. All the way to the left is off. Once you click it, it starts off fast, and as you turn it to the right, it gets slower. And when it's all the way to the right, the strobe is off again, even though there's no click. There's only a click on the left. So that's quite odd. Let me just get this light turned on. Yep, there we go. Now this bottom knob is our sound control. It is a little bit more simple than strobe control. All the way to the left is off. As we turn it, you'll hear a click, and the sound progressively gets louder as you turn it clockwise to the right. Now the strobe is located on the front of the unit. Let me simply swivel it around so I can get you a better view. You can see there's a caution hot label. There's the nozzle, and there's the strobe directly under the nozzle. The speaker is located right below the board. So the board, when the covering is over the unit, the board would be, sitting right about like that, jammed in there. It's a very tight unit. The only space left in this unit is really right around the heater, which is done because it's necessary, because the heat from the heater will ruin any immediate electronic components in the surrounding area. Hence the reason they left that space. But there's the speaker. Still works, although the track that is played on the speaker from the EEPROM is a little bit corrupted, I believe. Starting to get a little messed up. Your standard fluid tank with your intake there at the bottom on the floating piece, similar to most fog machines. You get a better view of the pump. Pump-China. And this, we also found this earlier, just lying in the bottom of the unit, right around there. So for anyone who's interested, let me show that. Focus. Alright, there we go. You can see quite basic electronic controls. The item is operated on standard 110 electricity. It has a master electrical switch, as you can see here, regulating the power supply. Still has a fuse, just like most fog machines, as you can see there. Also has a cutout to monitor your fluid levels. Let me zoom in on some of the specs back here. It looks like very toyish writing, the made in China writing, that is. You usually don't see that on props, that font. Let me just give one more pan around. The strobe again. And now I'll give one good look at the outer casing that is held in by the screws. Nothing special on the inside. This is the mounting bracket. And these are the screws on either side used to hold the mounting bracket. And these are higher end, similar to the ones found on DJ units, such as those produced by Chauvet or American DJ, for those of you familiar with higher end theatrical equipment. You have your standard reservoir cap, and that shows the last feature of this machine that is necessary for this overview. Thank you very much for watching.